So one of the biggest challenges that we see in the industry today, especially after this new build boom, and then you turn around and have the boom and then the downturn at the same time, is there's a lot of guys in positions today who haven't really been trained to be able to do the job that they're being tasked with. And unfortunately, it comes down to, the senior subseas. A lot of it has to do with taking ownership and really understanding the equipment that they're working on. And what do I mean by that? So one of the things that we talk about all the time is the 6 steps to becoming a subject matter expert. We go out in the field and guys can't walk around and actually explain how all of their gear works. And the problem is they're so focused on the office side of the business, and yet they haven't been trained in how to do that either. So you have the junior guys running around working on the BOP and working on the auxiliary equipment, and unfortunately there's no one teaching them how to do it. And at the same time, the senior subseas are locked in the office doing things that they've never been trained on. So you're starting to have this huge gap between the perception of what the job is and the reality of it. So one of the things that we're doing is we have a kind of a QA, QC program, a coaching and mentoring program, you could call it, where we're actually out on the rigs helping to support the operations. The way we do that is the rig crews still do their day-to-day stuff, but we're there providing the mentorship. While the senior subsea is focused on what he's doing, our guys are actually out on deck, making sure that procedural discipline, procedural compliance, understanding the rules and regulations is taking effect, but also providing the training to the junior guys. Then what we do is we turn around and we work with the senior subseas to provide that level of comfort to where they can help teach their junior guys. Big challenge, 6 to 6. The senior guys are so burned out by the time their day is over with that 5:30, 6 o'clock comes. It's like, hey, I've had it, you got it, and they're off into the galley and into the accommodations. But what happens is there's a huge opportunity for improvement in the operation, because what happens is the night guys come out and they haven't been handed over what they need to do. So they just kind of walk around and, okay, well, we'll figure it out. But when you're talking about $550,000 a day, the value of having a company like Deepwater Subsea on board is if we can minimize 1 day's worth of day rate, if we can minimize 1 day, 2 days, 3 days in between well maintenance, the value of us on board pays for itself 3, 4, 5 times over the course of a year. I can tell companies, I guarantee that we can save you $1 to $2 million by having us on board, because we can help efficiently plan and execute your between well maintenance work scope. So for us, that's one of the biggest challenges that we see is guys in the field today, especially the junior guys, really don't know how to plan and execute the business of taking care of a subsea department. And having a company like Deepwater Subsea on board to help support that is something that a lot of companies are seeing great value in. So, I think it's a great question.